Late morning YouTube. I am making a video. I was just thinking I've been fixing stuff and cooking stuff, and I said, you know what? Let me grab my camera and see if I can get a little bit of information for YouTube, knowing that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Um, what is today? Today is December. It's a Tuesday, which is the 29th. So it's December 29th. As you can see back there, I don't think we have any more stockings hung. We just basically have the calendar that the boys put the thing in for each day of Christmas. And if you want to see something that's funny, we didn't see it until last year. It has two December 14th, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3. What is it? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ziggy. Oh, I see what it is. Never mind. 24th here, 24th here. Didn't notice that until last year. Ziggy pointed out, and I forgot it again. But I went out and did just picking up some things today. Tyrone's at work. Zay's in the back hollering and snoring. All right, knock it off. Zay's in the back hollering and snoring like he has gone on a job and worked a 20-hour shift when he hasn't done anything but stayed up last night playing GTA until the time that his daddy got up and went to work this morning. And he sleep. He done went from his bed. I woke him up because I made him do something. Then he came to the living room. He did that real quick so it can be done, so he can say it's done. And just in case he know his dad calls while he's at work, and I said it's done. Then he went to my room. Then I said, well, know what, Xavier? I'm about to go back into my room to eat some lunch. Ooh, excuse me, everybody. Ooh, didn't know I was looking boogery. Why didn't nobody tell me I was looking boogery? LOL, just kidding. So he's in the front. He has a video game for a little while. Right now it's 11:31. If you're able to see that when I turned it to the microwave, and he has until I think I told him 1:30, maybe 12:30, because Zay needs to get his butt up and do some stuff around the house before Tyrone comes in from work this evening. So maybe I'll let him have the game from 11. He probably got in there at 11 o'clock. So from 11 o'clock till 1:30, I might make it 2 o'clock. No, I'm pushover. I'm a pushover. They already know it. I come across as the enforcer, which sometimes, hey, I got to get up in there. Sometimes I got to do it. And if I got to do it, I'll do it. I don't care if the MS is acting up. I will get up and I'll do it. Now with Zay, a lot of times I tell Tyrone to him, now let me say this. Parents, don't be sitting and saying to yourselves, she says, Tyrone for that big dog on board because he might hit her back. No, sir. No, ma'am, and no, sir. He would never do that. Xavier Tao, he would never do that. Oh, my Lord. I've seen my big giant baby that I love, firstborn, cry when he seen me cry. He has never, ever raised his hand. And his voice went up a little bit, but then as soon as I say, hold on, woo, tone, he will bring the thing right back down. That's Mama's baby. That's Mama's firstborn baby. Born to this world. Sweetest, sweetest angel. Both of my boys are sweet, sweet angels. I'm going to make sure I say that. And I love all babies. And make sure I say this. If any of my family is watching this, because they already know me from the time I was young, I'm crazy. I love all kids. Every last one of them. But there's a special little part that's in the way back, deep part of your heart that just you think nothing is there. You'd be like, okay, you know what? You got to beat through. You got to get you one of them Indiana Jones type knives and just cut through all types of stuff. Be like, hey, you know, there's more stuff back here. You all up in my heart, and you just cutting, and you going deep. And you be like, you know what? She got a special section in her heart that's just for boys. Nothing crazy. I just always had a special part in my heart for all the boys. Now, I love the girls, too. Make sure I say that. I had nieces. I had Tisha, Tamika, Sabrina. I had 3 nieces before I had my first nephew. That's my nephew Thomas. If you look at the family, big family gathering, that's him that's on there with his beard right there with his handsome self. That's my first nephew. And I go to my second nephew, that's Ronnie, very, very handsome. My sister Sharon, I had my two sisters. My sister Mona had the 3 girls, and then had Thomas, 1 boy, and then had 1 more girl, Monica. But my second sister, all she had was boys. She had 3 boys, and then my niece, Tracy Harmon, which I call Ugg Harmon, not in a bad way for you to think I mean ugly. It's Ugg because even if you look at her pictures now, she's 18 years old. When she look at a camera, it look like little bug eyes. And that's why I said, because I said she got little bug eyes. And I used to say, ugh, you look like like a bug. That's what it was. So it wasn't for Ugg for ugly. It was Ugg for bug. And that's my girl. That's my Ugg Harmon, 18 years old. Super, 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 super duper proud of her. My youngest niece out of the old school nieces and nephews that I call out. Because I call her, I have several sets of nieces and nephews. I have my first set of nieces and nephews that my oldest sister started having babies when she was much, much older than me. I'm the youngest of 6. She had my oldest niece, Tisha, when I was like 6.5, almost 7. So I was just say I was 6.5 when she was born. So she kind of grew up with me like a sister more than a niece. And we have it's kind of spread apart just a little bit now, by us being grown. She has her own family, I have my own family, but nothing with anything has happened. No type of a family fallout. But she was always like raised up like right behind me, as it's almost been a closer as my sister rather than niece or something like that. I really didn't tell her too much of what to do, but also at the same time, she wasn't that type of a kid that would be like, you don't tell me what to do. She wasn't like that. I mean, she and I, when I got my first apartment, she was a senior in high school. She went in with me. So it was me and her, and then that's when I got married to Tyrone. Tyrone moved into the apartment, and it was the 3 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. So, I mean, that's just how it was. So it's crazy. Some people be like, oh my gosh, dysfunctional? No, not necessarily. So that's how it was. But then I have a bunch of nephews. My other sister, Sharon, she had 3 boys back to back, Ronnie, Brian, and Pooh. Those are my nephews. And I kept, and I don't care if she look at this and say, no, she didn't. I didn't raise them as in having to go to social services and get custody of them. I'm talking about I helped raise them with meaning that she was working, she was bettering herself, and a lot of times they would be at my mom's house. Well, I'm there. I'm 14, I'm 16 when the kids are coming along right there. So, I mean, I help with them. There's time to eat. She's working. I mean, she's not out being in the street or anything like that. I'm going to make sure they're going to eat. So that's what I mean by helping raise. And that's when you just come in. That's what it means. Just come along, everybody just grab hands and pull the bootstraps. Nobody left behind. So that's what they should have really meant by no kid left behind with that. I know they meant it with school, but this is what I say regarding family. So I'm just extremely close with a lot of, I would say with my oldest niece, but the other ones, even when they had to come for a short period of time and they had to live with us, with my mom and everything like that, and she was still in her 40s, so I mean, she was still working, and I'm just in my upper teens. I had to help out when I had to help out. So if somebody had to go to a dentist appointment, hey, you had to drive them there, Mom. She was working. And then she had lost her husband. My dad passed when I was 12 years old. She was a young woman. Both of them, my mom and my dad at that time were 42. I'm almost 42. I'm not trying to have Tyrone get no type of way away from here. So now, even though Xavier is not at the age where he would be bringing us grandchildren, but I'm just saying, just imagine all that. My mom having 6 children, having 1 grandchild. Before my dad died, I think it was before. Sharon had 1. Mona had 2. Mona had 3, 4. Ooh, Lord. If you watching this, I love you, my sister, my older sister. But Lord, I forgot you had 4 kids before Daddy died. But anywho, that's what was going on. So today, what I did was maybe some of this tea. Now, I don't know how this stuff is. This is, all right, I'm trying to get it. What falls out. Sorry, everybody. Okay, upside down. Thank you. It's Yogi, and it's caramel apple spice slim life tea. Now, this is pretty tasty. Now, I'm going to tell you what's not tasty. And I don't know if it's helping just yet because I just had the first amount on yesterday and last night. It's called the Super Dieters Tea. No, I'm not going on a super diet. What I'm trying to do, since I have MS, and I know I've said it before, but right now when my legs are doing a little bit better, I try to go and walk, whether it's around the neighborhood, go to the Y and do a little something. I can't overdo it, especially the way I used to. Or I can go, fortunately, we live not far from the middle school. I can walk around their track, which I may do later today if it does not rain. Right now it's like an overcast. So I did that, but I also, while I was out, I bought some make-at-home mini pizzas. So I put the toppings on myself. They were not brought that way. It was like a dough from Kroger that had 8. It would look like 8 biscuits in there, but it's 8 individual make your own pizza crust. So I did that. I spread out, made the ones the way that I would like it. I have to have peppers and onions on my pizza. If I cannot get peppers and onions, no thanks, I don't want it. I don't have to have just a pepperoni pizza. I can, in a pinch, eat just a cheese pizza, but give me some peppers and onions. I take a little bit of sausage with peppers and onions, and I'm a happy girl. Happy girl. Anywho, so this is what I have left in this pan for if I make another one, because in the pack of pizza things, you get 8 of them in there. So that's why it looks like 8 biscuits, but it's not. It literally is, and I don't have it anymore. I got it from Kroger. I tore that part off and put the rest of them in the refrigerator, so it's 4 more. I made 4 pieces. 2 right here, 1 for Zay, which is sausage and pepperoni. The other one for Ziggy, which is just pepperoni underneath that cheese. And then I made 2 for myself. May not eat both, but then again, I may will. I have sausage, just a couple pepperonis, and sausage, couple pepperonis, green peppers and onions. Well, red peppers. No, I don't have green peppers. Red peppers and onions with some mozzarella on it and put that in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this here and tell you all to have a great day. And I may come back on later if I feel like it after I go into the bedroom and sit down for a little bit, eat a little something, drink a little bit of this tea. I may go for a walk around the neighborhood and I have you all with me. So we'll see.